Cheers, legends. Sammy from Short and Stout Beer Reviews. We've got a nice little Imperial Stout here tonight. It's by Deeds Brewing. They're out of Melbourne. And I love the can artwork and the name. It's called Black Metal. And that's how, like, quite often in black metal, like, the band's names will be written like that, and they're really hard to read, some of them. So yeah, it's pretty rad. It's a cherry chocolate Imperial Stout, and it's at 9.5%. Yeah, so pretty much like a big roasty stout, probably sort of similar to like a Russian Imperial. But yeah, it has cherry and cocoa nibs in it. So let's see how it goes. It's a good night for a beer like this because it's real cold and dreary. Hashtag proper glassware. So I'm hoping it's quite sort of thick and oily and got a bit of punch to it. Hopefully it's nice and roasty. It certainly looks the part in the glass. Looks pretty rad. So yeah, it's about a 2-finger head, slightly tan. Colour of the beer is probably, it's sort of like a dark tan, black. Like you can see a tinge of tan in it. So it looks like it's sort of medium to full body. It looks quite lively. It's got that look about it like it's going to be quite smooth. But yeah, let's see how it goes. I'll go for a little whiffy. And cheers to everyone that's chiming in. Cheers, Breeders. Hope all's well in the Philippines, brother. Cheers, Disco. Yeah, boy. Cheers, Luke. Yeah, cherry's one of those things, like, it can be hit or miss, I reckon. Cool. Oh, yeah, how'd you go with that pallet? Did it arrive all right? And how's the beers been going? Hopefully they're all good and no damage to them. The old Yorkshire tea. Yeah. The only thing, sometimes the cherry can be too medicinal or it can be too tartish and it sort of overpowers everything else in the beer. It's got to be like the balance has got to be there. So I hope that that's the case with this one. Cool. Anyway, I'll go a little whiffy. And pardon my dog making noise in the background. It's definitely cherry on the nose, like straight up. You're sort of getting like a raisin, like plummy sort of vibe too, like a mixture of dark fruits and like brown sugar. Yeah, it smells quite roasty. Coffee and chocolate. More of like a dark chocolate. It smells quite nice. I'm going in, so cheers, peeps. Very smooth and creamy mouthfeel. It's delightful. That's actually quite tasty. It's got those vibes like a Russian Imperial Stout, but then it has that like tart cherry edge to it. So yeah, it's quite roasty. There's a bit of bitterness there. But yeah, that sour cherry sort of cuts through. They've definitely got the balance right on this one. And when I purchased the beer, I remember reading very mixed reviews. So it was one of those ones that was like just worth taking a punt on, see how it goes. But yeah, it's turned out pretty good for me. Yeah, that smooth and creamy mouth feels delightful. The cherries, like, yeah, it's sort of like tart, slightly sweet, but like it's not enough to like overshadow the roasty base. And yeah, as I said, you're sort of getting like other dark fruits in it. And yeah, like that brown sugar molasses sort of thing going on. It's a very, very nice beer. And one thing with Deeds lately, they've sort of been a bit hit and miss with some of their beers, so I'm glad this is a good one. And thank God my dog stopped making noise. Oh, yeah, cool. Yeah, all the whiskey reviews and stuff, you'll have a fair bit of them coming out. What's a Sani? Cheers, Rob. Good to see you, brother. I thought this would actually be a good time to go live with, like, yeah, especially you UK guys. Because quite often, if I go sort of earlier, like my late afternoon, there's just no one around. But yeah, if I go later, at least the UK people are around. So just trying to find that time where there's someone around. All the love in the chat. Sanger. Yeah. Yeah, when I've said Sanger to the Americans, it's like they don't know what I'm talking about. Northern speak. Yeah, I understand. So yeah, I'm quite impressed with this beer. As I said, when I like was considering purchasing, because I just went through a craft bar and bought them online, and I got like a heap of mixed singles, and it was like a mixture of like IPAs, lagers, stouts, sours. And yeah, I just the main thing that caught me with this one is the name and the can artwork. I'm like, that's sick as, especially being a fan of metal music and that. I was like, that's so cool. I'm not so much a fan of black metal. It's quite intense. And normally it's like Norwegian or something like that. So the lyrics aren't really in English. I mean, some of it's all right, but yeah, it's just not my thing. And a lot of it's about like religion and burning like churches down and stuff like that. Yeah, it's quite nice. Like I just like how the cherry's not too medicinal. Sometimes you get that astringency. It's not really like that. It's like the stout base is strong enough to hold up. So yeah, they've done well. Yeah, butty. I've heard UK people say bacon butty. I've always been like, what the hell is that? Cool. Is anyone going live? Because if someone goes live, I'd be keen to jump on a panel. I'm keen to have a drink tonight, but I just don't want to host a show. After the old VB stream, I was going for too long. So yeah, what happened there? I felt fine, but I started getting really, really tired. And then because I didn't eat and I started early in the morning, I should have had like a real big hearty breakfast or something beforehand. And yeah, I just started getting really tired and real like sort of fatigued and that. And then yeah, there was a bit of conflict on the show as well, which didn't help. So I just got to a stage and yeah, I just crashed. But yeah, I sort of like part of me wants to do it because like I just feel like I'll be able to do it easy. I just need to make sure I'm not tired and I've got like food in my belly. Yeah. Very true, disco. And some of them are just like a lot of black metal musicians are like criminals and they've got some pretty fucked up pasts as well, some of the shit they've got up to. I mean, yeah, there's a lot out there that are probably really good people, but yeah, just going on history of black metal. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I was pacing myself. I felt like I was sort of going at a good speed, like not too quick, and like I felt comfortable. But yeah, I just started getting really tired, and that's always been the thing for me when I'm like having a session, especially if I'm in the comfort of my own home. It's like I'll get tired before I'll get drunk. And I think it's just obviously like middle age now, and like because I do rotating shift work and that as well, my body never knows when to shut down, and I'm always tired, and it's just so shit. Like, yeah, there's been so many streams I've done where I've like felt fine, but then I'll get real sleepy. I feel like, yeah, like say if I was outside or something, I'd be way better off, but yeah, then I'd have to do it on a phone. Yeah. See, I'm sort of keen for a drink tonight just because I don't know. I had like obviously had a fair few yesterday, but apart from that, I haven't really drank much. And yeah, like I've got the week off work. I'm like, oh, I'm sort of in the mood for a few drinks. It was very quiet on YouTube yesterday. I think it was maybe yeah. Most of the whiskies peated. Like pretty much most of the whiskies on Islay are they peated or is there sort of a mixture of all different stuff? Oh. When she guessed that first one, you could just tell we're all unimpressed. Ugh, I'm just so sick of it. They need to piss her off. It was just so obvious that she's cheating when she got that high percentage one. And then she'll just like make up some bullshit just to make it look like yeah, she's honest sort of thing. So I watched it back and just the body language of me and Bumpy is like, oh. The good thing was is Alex won it, so it was like it didn't worry me as much. I just don't like the fact that there's prizes involved and yeah, she's getting away with it. And it's sort of like there'd be people that go on the show in the chat and they're like, oh geez, Sparkle knows more than the guys that are all into beer. And it like I don't know, it sort of makes you look like a bit of a dickhead because she's getting them all right and we're like off and that. Like, oh, is he doing a show, is he? So that's the thing, because I'm on holidays, I can sort of like be on someone's panel at any time and it doesn't really matter. Mm. Like I'd go. I feel like if there's people around and wanted to go live, I could go live, but I just want some people to sort of hang with and have a couple of beers. At the moment, it's just me and my dog sitting at home, and I've been a little bit bored. This year I have been, because I've had to work ever since the pandemic. I've had very, very little time off. So my holidays have like accumulated massively. And that's why I've taken a lot of time off this year, because it's like I can finally take some time off. And that's why, like last year and that, I was so worn out and absolutely buggered because I hadn't had time off for so long. Actually, I'll have to subscribe. I don't think I've subscribed to Rob's other channel. I'll have to remember to take a photo of this beer too, so better leave some in the can. But yeah, it drinks pretty well for 9.5. Apparently, it's based on a cherry chocolate brownie. So they must have had. It seems like the brewing staff at Deeds must have had a competition where they made brownies or something, and then yeah, they've made a beer to go with the brownie that won. Cool. Yeah, on Wednesday I'm probably going to Melbourne. I want to check out a new brewery that's on my side of Melbourne, and they've got it decked out in a Wild West theme. Like it's got a bull that you ride, and like a rooftop bar with city views, and yeah, it's like saloon doors and all that sort of shit. It looks really good. Yeah. Yeah, we got a Craig keeps talking about that Cloudwater range beer too, Rob. So that's something we could do possibly. Yeah. One thing that's rad is like it's an old furniture shop, and it was a really big like warehouse building sort of thing. And they've completely like taken everything out, refurbished. So now you've got this huge as mechanical bull as the centerpiece down on the bottom floor, and you've got bars sort of all around it, and then you've got all this like tables and chairs and that for like pub snacks sort of thing. But around the actual bull itself is like a bar that you sort of lean on, just like watching the people on the bull. And then on the second floor, it's all open and it's like a balcony where you're overlooking it as well. Like it's just cool the way how it's all the focus is sort of on the bull thing. So yeah, if you're going to get on it and have a go, you'd want to be pretty confident in yourself because you've got a lot of people watching you. Riding the bull, feeling the flow. Cool. So yeah, I'm going to score this one. I reckon I'm going to say 4.25 out of 5. It's quite nice. I like that sort of like that full body, smooth and creamy. I like the way the balance is between the roasty backbone and the cherry, and it's like slightly tart but not too much. It sort of turns you off. Yeah. I mean, I could like if it was a different adjunct, I probably would have scored it higher. It's just the fact that yeah, like cherry's one of those things. Like I like it, but I don't love it. I think if you're a massive cherry fan, yeah, you'd really enjoy this stout. So yeah, a cracker from Deeds. Good thing with Deeds is yeah, they smash out different styles. They've always been one of the better breweries in Melbourne, and they got quite a flash brew pub over in sort of it's like the eastern suburbs. It's like sort of a wealthy area of Melbourne. There's a lot of Italian, Greek, Jewish sort of families. Yeah, it's a pretty cool area. I think they had to battle for a long time just to get the approval from council because it's more of a dry area. So yeah, I remember them fighting for years over that. But anyway, uh, another review in the books, and yeah, 4.25 for Black Metal by Deeds. Yeah, if you're a fan of chocolate and cherry, I'd highly recommend it. Yeah. I don't know if I'll be back with another review or a live, or if anyone else is doing something, I'll jump on. But yeah, thanks for everyone chiming in. Cheers.